Hi everyone, and welcome to the 7 steps of effective salary negotiation. This training session will be for 15 minutes and it's aimed at people who are wanting a professional level job or an executive level role. There are a few really good tricks in here that you probably haven't seen, so I thought I'd share with you just to take you to the next level. So an overview of today's 15-minute training session is these 7 things. So there's researching the market to see what salary and packages are available, checking your finances to see how much you absolutely need if you're looking at going into another industry and you are considering taking a pay cut just to make that transition. It's creating your proposition or your what you would think would be a good offer. It's learning how to make a great counter offer, which everyone should always do, but not everyone does, and expressing the enthusiasm, the importance of doing that right from from the very first telephone interview right through, so that no matter, even if you're not sure, they just feel that you're going to be such a positive energy in the environment if you get in and work for them within that role. Negotiating the actual salary component before any of the benefits is very important, and we'll explain why in a couple of minutes. And then the importance of receiving the offer in writing before you take the next step. So let's get on with the researching the market. There's 5 websites that I definitely recommend, and you can write these down: Michael Page, Live Salary, Robert Half, People Bank, and Hayes. And I've opened up those in another screen, so if you want to jot down the URLs just so that you don't have to go searching for them, it might save you a few minutes. Here it is. It's hayes.com.au/salary/. This is the old traditional one. This one we've been using for years, and it's really good for administration and executive administration level roles and accounting positions, IT, all of the business services, those types of roles. It's really a great resource. Michael Page is also has become a really popular resource, and as you can see on their URL at michaelpage.com.au/salary-center.html, and you can use their pull down menus to find quickly and easily the area and the sector, the profession, and the state within Australia that you're interested to get into. Livesalary.com is another really good one that I would recommend. I was having a look at this a couple of months ago, and I think that it's worth having a look at. So livesalary.com.au/contribute-salary. So if the link changes, I'm not giving you the link details because they do change from time to time, so if all else fails, just Google livesalary.com.au and you'll find it pretty much straight away. Robert Half has got some great exposure in the media through Career One, so I'm recommending them as a site that you check out. They do finance and accounting, engineering, banking, and financial services. And I've done a bit of research on these guys, and I really recommend their level of knowledge has been helpful. So that's roberthalf.com.au/salary-guides. People Bank is another one. This is fairly new, but I thought it would just we'd just put it in there as a trying to get 3 quotes on things. I always get 3 quotes, so it'd be interesting to see what these guys think. If you're interested in a specific niche, you can say salary survey and then say electrical engineering, and 3 might come up that are more relevant to you, so just give that a go. But this is they've got some IT roles in this People Bank one, so yeah, there you go. There's lots of different resources that are available at the moment, because at the end of the day you've got to evaluate how much you're worth in today's market. You might be worth a different amount in one industry compared to another, so if you're looking at giving back to the community and you're looking at government roles or community service positions or something like that, could be completely different salary package and salary structure. So take a look and try and investigate as much as you can, and find out what the general salary is that is, for a particular type of company that you're targeting. The best way to do this is to have a look on Seek, to see what other positions the company that you're targeting is offering, to see what benefits they're offering different staff members. Get onto LinkedIn and see who's on LinkedIn. See if you know anybody, if you've got anybody in common, and then see if you can sort of get to chatting with this person, and meet up with them and start talking about what are the benefits of working, for a company such as XYZ. And then at the end of the day, you're obviously going to want to check your finances to see if you can afford, if you need to drop because you're going to be moving industries, how much you can drop by, and that's an obvious thing that I'll put in there, but I'm sure everybody understands that. The thing that you could creatively think about is what your proposition would be. So I know a great sales manager who does this all the time. So what's important to her is to be driving around in a particular type of Lexus. She loves fine dining, so she will weave that into her remuneration, her package. She's really driven by bonuses, so she'll ask for, even if the base salary is quite standard, she'll ask for a bonus structure that, if she achieves phenomenal results, she will get a phenomenal bonus, and so it's tied to performance. And there's other people who are really interested in professional development and getting, a graduate certificate in a particular subject, or getting their PhD or whatever, MBA or whatever, in different subjects. So think about your future. Think about where you want to be in 5 years' time, and weave that into your, what you propose to be your salary and your remuneration package. And it's really good, like if you know that some people are if the company's been quite careful with its base salary, that there's lots of other things that you can think about to put forward to them. So if you're ever asked about your expected salary range from the recruiter or from the hiring manager, here are a couple of scripted answers that you could tweak to your own personal style of conversation. So saying something like, I'm looking for a reasonable salary that is commensurate with the benefit that my skills, knowledge and experience will bring to the organisation. And then you could also say, in your relaxed manner, I've recently conducted a lot of research about the market, and I know that there's a range of salaries and packages available. I've got a couple of ideas that would be in alignment with the current market, and I'd be happy to discuss these after an offer's been made. So really what you want to do is you want to get that offer in writing before you start talking. Whatever the offer is, you always make a counter offer, and the reason for this is because they're expecting you to. In most of the jobs in government roles, they're usually not, as far as I know, but in the private enterprise, they're going to get you, if they can get you for the cheapest amount of money, they will. So it's just a game. So if you don't negotiate, you'll look weak, unfortunately, and it'll look like you don't really have the confidence in your skills. And they might even think, if you don't negotiate with them and make a counter offer, they might even think that they've come in way too high, and they shouldn't have. So it's a very, very important thing to put in a counter offer, even if you're happy with what the offer is. So if you're not happy, like if you're looking for something around the 95 to 100 mark, or say you're interested, you want more than 100, you've been on 95, you can't crack that six figure, this time you're going to do it. You want 110 to 120,000, and that's what you're aiming for. I would make the counter offer probably 5 to 10 to 15,000 more than what you are going to be actually happy with, or what you're expecting, what you know that is at the high end of someone with your experience is going to get within the industry that you're trying to get into. Okay, so how to ask for more money. After you've received the offer in writing, you could say thank you for your offer. Everything about the salary is great. However, based upon the level of responsibility and the position that I'll be, going into, I was hoping for closer to X, Y, and Z. Now, this is the bit that you do almost script. You've got to really practice this so it rolls off your tongue. You're saying it confidently. It's very, very normal for people to get all clammed up and start stuttering when they talk about money. So this is where you've got to pay a lot of preparation time in actually talking it through and truly believing that based upon the strengths that you've got and what you've achieved for previous organisations, you are worth what you're asking for. So if they come in at a low offer, just say they, like the position advertised is, offering between 90 and 120, for example, and they offer you 90, or they offer you, 95,000. Don't lose heart. Always express the enthusiasm, and be confident and calmly speak to them with respect still. So basically before you making your counter offer, you preface your suggested salary by expressing a genuine interest in the position, and then calmly and confidently explain that based upon the experience, skills and track record, you understand you're worth a lot more. So there's just a couple of little scripts that you can jot down or take from the slides that are in the workshop, the training program. You don't have to write them all down. So the 3 tactics are to always be positive through the whole process. You buy as much time as you can. You talk with other companies. So as soon as you've found that you've been offered a role, you get on the phone to all of the other companies that you've been liaising with, and you say, I just thought I'd let you know that I am really excited about the offer. However, I've just been offered another position at a fairly substantial salary. So I thought I'd speak with you first just to see if there's any way that we can hurry up, and if you're going to be going forward with with my application for this role, if we can do it within the next 24 hours if possible, because I'm really interested in this particular role. The next one is negotiating the salary before the benefits. Always negotiating the money component first before the other offer, before the other details in the package. That's a real thing, because that's the biggest priority. Like, it's sort of like you're dealing with the big fish first, and then you can work out some of the smaller details later. And these are the smaller details. So you can negotiate everything from your starting date, like if you want a few weeks off or a month off, to them paying for your e-tag to get to work, to who you actually report to. Like maybe that you don't really have a lot of respect for someone who would be the person who you'd be reporting to. So you could actually say, I'd like to actually, on certain tasks, go straight to the general manager on those issues. Yeah, whatever. If you know the company, you can offer things like this. The biggest thing, the last tip, is receiving the offer in writing. So if you're offered if they ask you about your salary verbally, something like how does between 90 and 110 range sit with you, you can just say to them, is this an offer? I'd be very interested in talking with you about money and remuneration, but I would I'd prefer to have the details in writing. Is that okay with you? Okay. So the last 4 things that are precautionary warning signs is you don't reveal how much your preferred salary is too early in the process. You don't feel compelled to fill in all of your salary history questions on those application forms, because it's really none of their business. You don't have to exaggerate your present income, because there's ways around that when you're wanting to make a significant salary increase. And you don't have to accept the offer on the spot. So I hope these points have been useful to you. This is the summary in writing. The worksheet gives a lot more information. Thanks for listening.